defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott, living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow, with a blind who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul, so fly out to walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in the language for humans with stick figures and K's. My name's written fluid, nasty like way before even Rome.
Now from the riverfront of the Ohio, sellout crowd has arrived at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, 2 teams ready to square off. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. On the visitor's sideline, head coach Liam Cohen. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. The other sideline, the head coach of Cincinnati. His guys, on the other hand, were winners in their opener a week ago, so they'll try to make it 2-0 to start the season. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from Cincinnati. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
In last week's game, the opponent just really neutralized him and, frankly, this entire passing game. Nobody was open. When they were, he missed some throws. Offensive line had some protection issues. It just overall was a poor performance. So they understand if they're going to come into today's game and have some success, they've got to find a way to get some explosive production and some efficiency out of this passing game.
A throw on the move is caught. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
2-yard gain on the play.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick 4th down. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowler from a year ago, Logan Cook, to punt. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here come the Bengals. And Greg, there is no denying the talent of this man. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards and touchdowns a season ago.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. He had an answer for everything the defense threw at him. If he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat.
It's 2nd and inches.
Second and inches.
Gun.
Now, Burrow. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45.
Here we go.
Burrow to throw. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's a Cincinnati first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Passing right. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Jaguars think they have it, and they do.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. They'll run here with Brown. And he will score! Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. His second rushing touchdown of the year. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals will take a 7-0 lead.
Bengals 7, Jaguars 0.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. When you play a tight game and lose, it kind of changes the feeling coming into this week.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, Mike, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good, and there certainly was a lot of it, but can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's brought in by Myers. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Play action now. It's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down.
A 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Lawrence now. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Red 23.
Now Lawrence. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Lawrence. Got his man. It's Kurt. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7. Here now, 2nd down and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
To throw is Lawrence. That one taken in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Jaguars. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This returnable with Taylor. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Foye Aluakun with the play.
11, here we go.
Play action now. It's Burrow. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
Finding room to the 20. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. From the 1-yard line, first down and goal.
Hey, easy, route.
Mixon will get into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you because if you think about the toughness and the physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion, and even one year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to the defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outlier.
That's the second overall pick, Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars will have great field position right around midfield. On first down, Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6. From the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Lawrence. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. Third down coming up.
And 3 yards to go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
So it is 4th down. They'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this is going to remain a one-possession game.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. In this case, the upright sent it right back.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind. Incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
This one caught by Chase. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
1st and 10.
And the Bengals, 1st down.
Gun.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Right 80. Right shot. Stop.
Back to throw. Burrow. Will find Brown out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10.
Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He'll step up and run this. And the Bengals are going to be set up 1st and goal. Good running takes them down to about the 4.
That's good for the Bengals. 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
Here we go.
Brown will take this one in. Touchdown, Bengals. What a standout performance early on in this one. That is 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Now return coming from the 7. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. But Jaguars offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Greg, when you look at the AFC South, there's an appreciation for what the Houston Texans have done. A couple of different quarterbacks, a couple of different head coaches. They've really been the team over the last several years that has been the team to beat in this division. And for the others, there's been moments. The question is, what pieces can they put together to try to knock Houston off the top?
Yeah, and you know, nobody wants to be in a rebuild, right, Mike? Your coach got fired probably for a reason. You're drafted at the top of the draft order for a reason. Typically means things didn't go great. But if you're going to rebuild, I'll tell you, you want to do it in a division where there's a lot of wins on your schedule, and that's certainly the AFC South over the last couple years. So as bad as things feel with your Jacksonville and Tennessee, the fact that there's not a big dog in your division, your ability to find yourself climbing up the ladder is not as far as away as it might seem in the
Under
moment.
pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Demetrius Knight working his way in to record the very first sack of his NFL career.
Hey, run! Son, it's on.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. Not fun here. Third and a lot.
Rip, 23.
Throwing is Lawrence. He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense going to take over just before the half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin first and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That is brought in. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Jags offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. We enjoyed it so much last week, the EA folks said, hey, come back, let's do it again. So here we are, week 2. Let's get after it. Our spin around the NFL starts now. It begins in Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the Chargers in the AFC West. And it's the Chargers defense that comes up with the big play here. They knock the football out, force the fumble, scoop it, and they're taking it back the other way. What a game-changing play. Touchdown. The Chargers are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings as they play host to the Atlanta Falcons. And it's Kyler Murray.
Both teams look good on the offensive side of the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind, interested to see how they fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. And Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, Mike, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith, play action, set up that run game, play good defense? This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, a Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both, and he's got another one. Chase Brown, touchdown Bengals. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Bengals go up by 7, 28-21. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Jaguars offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7-0 outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. Greg, this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Jaguars, first down.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Third down.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
A gain of 15.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward and will give him 4 yards.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 4 yards.
Here's second and 6.
Second and 6.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Jaguars will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. You know, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I bail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, you know, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival, so you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If the game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field a lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll go with him again, and he will score again. Chase Brown, touchdown Bengals. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. On is McPherson for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Bengals will extend this 3rd quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Open right side. That's Strange, the tight end.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. This one, fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
On one, ready? Here we go.
On first and 10, Burrow. Pass caught, Gesicki on the right. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 7.
Gun. Cut. Right 80. Stop.
Now, Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 34
On one, ready?
yard
A
line.
fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go.
Here's P-Rock. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First and 10 at the
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On one, ready? Here we go. Cut. 180. Stop.
Now to P-Rock. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack.
And he's in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is first touchdown of the new year. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
good. Makes the score Bengals 42, Jaguars 24. Evan McPherson to kick off.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. We'll start this drive with first down. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And the Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Jaguars.
On first and 10, Lawrence. Pass caught by the tight end, Strange. Try again. It's second and 10.
Brings up second and
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this complete over the middle of the turf. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's good for the Jaguars.
They'll run on first down with Nixon. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. I had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Here's Lawrence. Open man, left side, he's got it. 15 yards through the air. First down, Jacksonville.
A gain of 15. First down,
To throw is Lawrence. That's complete to his running back, Facial Chutin. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
That's another Jaguars
First down throw for Lawrence. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Christian Kirk, touchdown Jaguars.
Sam Little on for the extra point.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. He's to midfield. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Here we go. Stop.
A first down throw for Burrow. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Burrow now to throw on first down. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Stop.
Now Brown. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
And the Bengals
11 MT tape. 11 MT
first and
tape.
goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Stop.
Here's a run. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. He has come alive after the break. His third touchdown of the second half. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6.
The kick is good. Makes the score. Bengals 49. Jaguars 31. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Lawrence now. This one complete to Washington. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. Lawrence. Over the middle, it is Strange. Oh, big hole left side. And he will score. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jacksonville. extra point by little is good. And the Jaguars are able to cut into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Here we go. Stop.
They'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Tinsley. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
39-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll get that complete to Tinsley. And he'll take this one in. Mitchell Tinsley. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jags offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. That'll be complete to Tootin. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Kirk is the motion man. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
12 yards. That's good for the Jaguars.
He'll get up and clock it, and does it with just a little over 40 seconds to play. Lawrence now on 2nd down. There's a short one. He's got screens. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That's taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have a Jags 1st down. As this defense too loose there. Gain of 19 on 4th down. Second down, Lawrence. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work has separated the man from football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
23.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one in the win column for the Bengals. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory.